Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG, located on the attack team on Ghost Town Assault. It's under the command of Fork U. And yes, Fork U is one of my alternate names. Yes, it's one of my alter egos and one of my minor accounts. One I haven't played in a while, and I decided to take out the AMX 13F3. I had a rather unusual battle. Okay, let's see how we get on. This Arty weighs 18.5 tons fully loaded, and it is basically the lightest and the smallest of all the 155mm howitzers you'll find in the game. It was actually designed in 1959, and they built them between 1962 and 1997, so it's only within the last 25 years that they've actually stopped building them, but there's still quite a few of them around because they were sold to many countries around the world. Okay, well, I've come up to this position because I always like to try and clear the enemy tanks that are down on this side of the map. If we've got control of the heights, we can put pressure on the enemy tanks on this side of the town. No enemies in sight that I can shoot at just yet. You can see an SMV-CC56 just pulled out from that position, but we've got no sight on him, so it wasn't worth a shot. I'm not fully dialed in, but look at this Skoda T25. He's sitting there on the corner using his gun depression to shoot at our teammates. Now, I can see he was pulling back, and I fired snap, and of course it didn't work. I always tell other people not to fire snap, but sometimes I do it myself, and obviously, I'm recognised that it's just bad play. Okay, well, I'm moving forward because, yes, I'm afraid that rock was blocking my sight, and I've got a KB2 at one end and the SMV CC56 at the other. I'm dialing in on the CC first. I stun him, so at least I would get some stun. Got an odd number there above the each tank, which is very odd. I'll have to look into that later on because I think it's maybe something that I shouldn't have. Maybe something I've changed in the settings. Okay, we're going to go for the KV2. Rounds out. And I hit him for 176. You can see the shell actually hit the top of the turret, and it really upset that guy because he lost hit points afterwards. I got some stun assist. I'll show you why, or you'll see later on why it so annoyed him. He really did get quite upset. And he's lost a lot of hit points, and the SMV got in the way. But I'm going to try and hit the SMV next. Rounds out. Well, I got some stun, but that's about all. You can see the KV2's going around the other way. Oh, look at this. ARL 44 and a Tiger 131. We're moving together. I had a look over this side, and suddenly I saw that the T-3485M has actually moved quite a long way up the slope, and he's just killed our IKV-65-2. Now I'm trying to get a solution, and he's not breaking the red line yet, even though I'm aiming further down the hill, as you can see. And I actually decide to go to overhead view in the end, because it's the only way I could actually see if he was actually breaking the line at all. And there's that Skoda T25 sitting at the bottom. So let's see if we can dial in, because he appears just to be pulling back in a straight line. Yep, takes a hit for 213 right in the kisser. Okay, and he's given me some stun assists as well. Okay, KV2's coming this way. Obviously, he didn't like getting hit by Arty, and now he's got a real hard-on to try and take me out. And we've got a Nashorn up there, as well as an M4A3 76 wet. He sticks his head round the corner. Meanwhile, we've got an M6 down on the centre of town, so I'm dialing in on him because I can... Oh, he's a one-shot now. Let's see what I can do with him. Rounds out. Yep, that's him out of the game. Now, these 155mm will do 630 alpha, 39mm of pen, 7.6 meters on the burst radius, between 11 and 22 seconds of stun. And the standard reload is 30.58 seconds. I've got 25.34. And I'm looking to see where I can see him. Oh, there he is. He's actually moved up. Oh, and that shell fell short. And I did get spotted by the KV2 just as he came over the rise. So I'm changing position straight away. Now then, I meet the Nashorn coming up the other way. And so I thought, well, I'll pull back just a little bit because that bush will protect me. And there's the enemy Arty, trying to have a go at us. And I suddenly see that the KV2's actually come down from the hill. But I'm slightly out to one side, so I need to move to get in line. Okay, he saw me, but I nuked him. And the Nashorn thanked me for it. So that's a kill. I'm right up against the edge of the map now as well. And enemy Arty's firing in. And I did get stunned. So it did land near me, but it was actually behind me. Okay, Jagdpanzer 4 or Flat Panzer. He's sitting down there on that corner. I'm loaded. Rounds out. And just at that moment, he chooses to move. And I didn't get a hit. Now I can see the T-3485M. He's just gone down. It's 5 versus 5. And we've got just under 4 minutes left on the clock. Now, most of the enemy tanks are actually in the town. There's one that isn't, and that's the AMX 1357, and we just spotted him. I'm loaded, and unfortunately, the 1357 just killed our crocodile. See where he's going. It looks like he's moving forward, and he's changed course. And it looks like he's going in a straight line, so I fire, and I get a splash kill. I think that might be partially down to the GW hitting him from one direction, I hit him from the other, and the splash between us took him out. Okay, I'm on the move. We've only got 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes to win the game. We're 1 down on the enemy. We've got 2 Arty and a tank destroyer, and that tank destroyer is the Nashorn, who's been hit and been damaged. And the 2 Arty, the GW Panther, and myself. The enemy team has got a GW Panther and an M44. They've got an M6 and a Jagdpanzer 4, and that's the Jagdpanzer 4 I fired at earlier. Now, supposedly he's on that corner, but that's the last time he was seen. So I'm going to play it as if, yes, he is still there. And I'm going to try and drive in such a way as they can't see me coming. So I'm going to go down to the dip, through the groove, and then pop up on the town, very, very close to the town, and try and get a shotgun. I put the howitzer in shotgun mode, ready to shoot. I've loaded the non-stun HE because there's no point to stun at this stage, and I can do 770 alpha and 49mm of pen if I get it on target. Okay, the Nashorn's already in the town centre. Oh, and the enemy suddenly goes into sight, and I try to go to aim, and the M44 goes behind cover. I fired snap, and of course I missed. So now the Nashorn knows where the M44 is, and it looks like the M44 is trying to get a shot on me. So I try and change position to avoid him doing that. Now, after seeing that game on Himmelsdorf the other day, I thought, oh, I might as well try it. No, he's actually got close to me, and I do get hit, but the M44 took around from the Nashorn, and he's out the game. And here comes the Jagdpanzer, and he's just killed the Nashorn. Now I'm trying to aim. He's behind the vehicle. Well, I do get a big hit for 314. Get behind cover. The GW Panther's still loading. And he's coming my way, I think. And yes, the GW takes care of him. So now we've got 2 in the cap. Or we will have 2 in the cap. The GW is just coming in right now. I'm reloading the non-stun HE again. Here he comes. I haven't got enough time to cap out on my own, but as soon as the GW's in the cap, we should be able to do it. Yep, there you go. Just popped in, and now we've got 20 seconds to cap out and 34 on the clock. So it looks like this game is in the bag, unless the enemy Arty, the GW Panther, tries to interrupt. So I'm going to wait here with that wreck, the Nashorn wreck, for cover and see if anybody turns up. And they haven't turned up, so we've won the game. in the cap, and Arty wins again. Here's the end of battle stats. That was only a second-class tanker for Porcu in the AMX 13F3. I managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, I got 7, and my win rate was 2,242, which is very good, but nothing more than that. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be the AMX 1375 in the enemy team, and I got him 1,786 hit points. He got a top gun out of that game. Second highest damage was the Jagdpanzer IV, 1,623, and I got a piece of that guy. And in third place, it was RM6, who got 1,590 hit points. The GW Panther got 1,293. Ainu got 1,115, but we won the game. When it came to kills, the highest number was the AMX 1375. He got 6 kills. 3 kills went to myself. 2 kills went to the T43. I think that's the M4 76 wet. A3 76 wet, yes. And he got 2 kills. So did Nashorn on our team. And on the enemy team, their Jagdpanzer got 2, and so did their M6. And when it came to base XP, well, we got fairly low. But the high scorer was the T43 with 833. 812 went to the M4A3 76 wet, and 807 in third place went to the other one of that type. Yes, the GW scored more than I did. Well, he got more hit points. 755 to him, 745 to me. Let's have a look at detail. Well, we can see I only fired 12 rounds in the game, but I got 5 direct hits in the enemy and 9 splashes. 1,115, of which 669 were at more than 300 meters. I did receive 1 hit, and it brought 2 hits by way of splash. Yes, so I did get shot, and 1 enemy vehicle spotted, and 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed. And on top of that, I got 248 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns, and 75 capture points. So I was only a short distance out of getting an invader medal as well. On a free-to-play account, I actually made 13,129 credits from the game and 1,490 experience points out of it as well. But it was more the satisfaction of knowing that Arty can win the games if you use your W key. It was only by virtue of the fact that we moved forward to try and capture the cap that we actually got it, both Arty. And we played aggressively in shotgun mode to actually make the enemy pay. And switching to the non-stun HE actually helped us because I did more damage to that flat panzer with the non-stun HE than I would have done with the standard stun HE. And although the stun HE would have slowed him down a little, it did actually reduce his hit points sufficiently that the GW could get a shotgun on him as well. And he didn't see the GW coming. He went towards me and instantly met the GW coming the opposite way, and that was the end of him. So it just goes to show, if you use your W key, you can win a game, and you can get a last seconds win for your team. I'm sure the other players in the game who probably thought we'd lost because we'd left it so late actually were surprised when they realized that 2 Arty won the game, and the only other remaining enemy was an Arty, but he didn't come out to play, didn't use his W key, and therefore he lost the game. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.